Hi, it's Ali here. I hope you're having a good week. I wanted to share with you something really powerful that happened to me last weekend. I've been reading a lot. I read a lot, and I was reading a book about the brain and how amazing the brain is, and also how it is complex and amazing, the brain, but also the problem as human beings is that our brain is designed, it's created for survival, it's powerful, it's a strong, opinionated thing, and it keeps us, unfortunately, living from this place of survival and fear. And as beautifully complex as it is, that's the truth. And as human beings, we live a lot from, the thoughts, the stuff that goes on in our head that stops us from doing what we want to do, from being who we want to be, from being happy. And it's just so complex. And I just had this most overwhelming experience that, I know I'm a human. I know that I'm a spiritual being, okay? And I believe this to be true of us all. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. And we're only ever living from two places. We're only ever living from love or from fear. And when I looked back at every single thing that happened in my life, everything that I believed was wrong, that was done to me, or that was bad for me, or just like a bad part of my personality, or a problem I couldn't overcome, or never having any money and stuff like that. And those things and those lessons, those challenges were there to teach me something. And unless I faced them full on and resolved them and took action and did something about it, they would keep coming back. They just keep coming back. They keep coming back until, that kind of wall of resistance that comes up, that just it's like, oh, fuck, here we go again. It's like, there's another challenge, and it's like, and the same ones come back round. You may know what I'm talking about. They do keep coming back round. And to the point that just sometimes they just bring us to our knees, which is what happened to me in February, March last year. I was brought to my knees because I was on this continual spiral of never being able to say no to people. I was a yes person. I was doing everything for everybody. And I was just I was so off course. Totally off course with my life. And it was because I thought I had no choice. I kept doing I just went with it. I lost myself. And the truth is that when we make decisions based on what we think we should do, and it's like that, it's all from a place of fear. It is. But when we just open up and be willing to receive, everything just falls into place. And I had this overwhelming feeling. I was sobbing with joy at the realization that everything was perfectly aligned for me. Even the thought of, being sexually abused as a child, being bullied at school and chased home, and all those things, all those challenges, all of these events are here to teach us a lesson. They were there to teach me a lesson. And I realize now that I accept them, and I've opened my heart to accepting them and embracing them. And it's made me who I am today, and it's overwhelming. It's overwhelming once we begin to accept it. And from that place, it's wow, now I get it. Now I get it. This may or may not make sense to you yet. So I'd like you to look at it this way. Today, every day, challenges will come up for you. They do come up for you. There are opportunities every day. So you might be running and you miss the bus and now you're going to be late for work or school, whatever it is. Somebody cuts in front of you in the car and they go off their rocker and you get into some kind of run, and your reaction with them, you start reacting and you get into a fight, emotionally. And then, or maybe you're having a fight with your partner, right? They say something that's kind of put you down and you just, it's like, oh, here we go again. So you react and, in those moments, and there are many every single day for all of us, in those moments, what I'd love for you to do, and I'd love you to just challenge yourself to this today, because it's so interesting. When it comes up, that moment of like, just stop. Give yourself a moment on how you're going to react. Are you going to choose to get upset and angry and react to them in that way and do what you always would have done? Or are you going to choose a different route? Accept it and let it go. Or you might not know what to say, but you might want to say, you know what? Thank you. We're not going to do that again if it's an argument with your spouse or whatever. So in those moments, when that happens, just take a moment, take 30 seconds just to stop, because taking 30 seconds to breathe and stop gets you out of your head, gets you out of reacting to what's happening. It makes you go inwards. It makes you think instinctively about what's better for you. And 100% what is better for you is to choose to react out of love, not out of fear. That reaction, that pattern, that destructive pattern that you've gotten used to way to reacting comes from fear. It comes from your head. To take a moment, which is true grace. That's where grace comes in. When you just take a moment to stop and think, allow grace in, and then react. And I can bet you will start to feel better about yourself. And those are the moments when we grow. If you can challenge yourself to that, just for today, just get conscious and choose not to react immediately. And you'll find that you will always choose the much higher path, a more powerful path in terms of choosing the way that you're going to react. And that's what I've been doing. Like, honestly, it has changed. Like, I've known this for a long time, but I had this overwhelming, when I read that about the way that our brains work, there's a clear distinction for me. I feel this clear distinction between being human, which we are. I am a personality. You are a personality. I have a name, and but it's not who I am. I came into this world, I chose this body, I chose this life, and this life is here to teach me. It's here to teach me many, many, many things. And insanely, it's taken me 47 years to learn all those lessons. But I accept them wholeheartedly. I accept them now. I'm not beating myself up. I'm not blaming anybody. I have forgiven my grandfather. Doesn't mean to say I'm never going to forget. I have forgiven him, because the only person that gets to feel stuck in that is me. And I am not stuck. I am free. I am so free. I am so free. And I am so grateful for this life and this opportunity, and to be here for you. Honestly, when you open and accept that everything has come to you in a divine, it might be messed up, it's all meant to be. It's only bad and hurtful if you are a victim and you've still got work to do. Honestly, everything makes sense. It's deeply, deeply empowering, and I want that for you too. Maybe you can resonate. I invite you to try this challenge though today. Just like when things come up, and they come up all the time, things come up. When the next one comes up for you today, just take a moment. Don't react immediately. Just take a moment and think, okay, I could react that way as I always do. But if you just give yourself 30 seconds, a minute, you'll either totally let it go or you'll find a better way of reacting, but you can't take it on. It's not about you. This stuff's going to keep coming at you for the rest of your life. So it's your responsibility to learn how to cope with those things and not let them affect you in the way that they have in the past. This is your life. This is your life. And it's up to you to live it and just be yourself. You have to be yourself. It's the only person you can ever be. So if you need my support, reach out to me. I am here for you always. Okay. And tomorrow I have some really exciting news. I've got all the information coming to you in terms of what's happening in 2019, and I can't wait to share. So yeah, any questions, let me know, and do please try this challenge today. Okay, have a great day. Speak to you soon. Bye-bye.